Good morning, esteemed viewers. Welcome to this wonderful edition of Bystanders at the Newsstands. I am Christian Chuku on this wonderful edition of the program. We are here in Nigeria, the biggest black nation in the world. We are here in a country that is called the Giant of Africa. We are right here in Lagos State. I'm in Ogba, to be precise, and we are here to get people talking on the things that they feel as we look at the topics we have for today, the reports that we have for today. I have with me the Nigerian Tribune. I have with me the Nigerian Tribune, and I also do have the Vanguard newspaper. So let's look at what we have for today. Over 90% of police officers in barracks lack befitting accommodation, says IGP. Over 90% of police officers in the barracks in Nigeria lack befitting accommodation, says the Inspector General of Police. Endsars aggrieved women lay siege to Lagos Deputy Governor's residence. Aggrieved women say lay siege to Lagos Deputy Governor's residence. We work with you, Lasu students, tell SANWOLU. We work with you, Lasu students, tell SANWOLU. Why Nnamdi Kanu's case deserves political solution? Waneze, ADF, Wabara, others. Why Nnamdi Kanu's case deserves political solution? Waneze, ADF, Wabara, others. Senate Aviation Ministry at war over new national carrier. I'm saying Senate Aviation Ministry over war at war over new national carrier. Reps invite INEC chair for briefing on 500 billion naira cost of monitoring direct primary election. Reps invite INEC chair for briefing on 500 billion naira cost of monitoring direct primary elections. This is Lagos State Governor with students, Lasu student, Lagos State Governor, commissioning one of the biggest student complex in the country, and he also spoke on the peace work with the student also. Now, the Lagos State government, the Lagos State University students have pledged to work with Governor SANWOLU at his oncoming peace work over the Endsars protests and also the panel report, which top protesters like Fals, Macroni, Just Adetong, Sheun Kuti have rejected. The Lagos State government had to invite these people, and they rejected the work, the peace work. But students of the Lagos State University have pledged to join the governor on this monumental peace work. This is a picture. The Lagos State government with the students. How to deepen Nigeria's democracy? U.S. envoy Falana echo orders. How to deepen Nigeria's democracy? Beheaded policemen in Anambra. Police have not told us what happened to our father. Police have not told us what happened to our father. COVID-19, Nigeria should be ready for more variants. Nigeria should be ready for more variants. COVID-19, Nigeria should be ready for more variants. Apapa Gridlock, Lagos commences clearance operation today. Apapa Gridlock, Lagos commences clearance operation today. Basanjo Atiku Lawan Gbaja Ayade, others mourn as ex-Senate President Wires dies at 80. Warrior Basanjo Atiku Lawan Gbaja Ayade, others mourn as ex-Senate President Wires dies at 80. Let's look at Kano APC crisis. Police arrest 13 as hoodlums raid senators' campaign office. Police arrest 13 as hoodlums raid senators' campaign office. How lawmakers aid use own companies to obtain government contracts. How lawmakers aid use own companies to obtain government contracts. Wari Atiku Tinubu mourn as Joseph Wires dies at 80. Moody affirms First Bank B2 deposit ratings upgrade outlook from negative to stable. Students are telling the governor, whenever you work, we will be by your side. Lasu students tell SANWOLU. Whenever you work, we'll be by your side. Lasu students tell SANWOLU. Bandits attacks main headline on the Nigerian Tribune. 10 students killed, 780 abducted, 61 in captivity. Amnesty International is reporting. Bandits attacked, 10 students killed, 780 abducted, 61 in captivity. That's from Amnesty International. Escalating attacks targeting children, endanger right to education. Escalating attacks targeting children, endanger right to education. Okay, let's look at Kaduna to sack 223 teachers with fake certificates. Kaduna to sack 233 teachers with fake certificates. Looking at the trial of Nnamdi Kanu yesterday, he was not present in court yesterday, but the judge adjourned the case to January 18th. January 18th, the case was adjourned, and the judge in charge has told the lawyer to Nnamdi Kanu that we should stop writing to him, that the judgment will be carried on to January 18th. Okay, I have my good morning.
Yeah, morning, Christian. Yeah, and good morning, wonderful viewers. We thank you for the support of the meeting of the end of the year party we are having. We really appreciate your efforts. God bless you all.
Okay, good morning. Let's look at aggrieved women lay siege Lagos Deputy Governor's residence. You saw that protest online.
Why are they protesting?
The Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, has said, let's see parents of this come out and protest. Yes, there was a protest.
Now, thank you very much. Christian, yesterday, what did I say about the peace walk? What did I say? I said the protesters should bring the relations of the victim out, so that as they call for peace walk, you will be doing your own. You will come for protest walk, and thank God everything. So when we talk here, we know our voice must be heard, and we know these are the needful things we must correct the government on. We must criticize the government on. Criticism, constructive criticism. And thank God, it's as if those guys are hearing us yesterday. And they brought the aggrieved, family out to show Mr. Lai Mohammed that is living in fallacy.
They have responded. They say that it is staged.
It's a stage one. It's a stage one. That is when he will not tell them that, okay, we will not tell him that he should go and bring his pathology, right? And they will bring. That is, they can't even see their dead body. That's the problem now. It's so pathetic. It's so awful that they cannot even see their dead body in order to do the utmost autopsy or DNA, to check the family and the family that are grieved, and to check whether there is the real. So that's just what it is. But for the family that have come out now, nobody wants to fake his son or his relative, death. Nobody want to do that. So if Mr. Lai Mohammed needs to face the reality and stop deceiving Nigerians, it has happened. When issue like that happen, the government of the modern world or a civilized world will come out and apologize that we did it. We're so sorry. Then the consequence may now follow suit. But this time around, we have leaders that I don't know. They are just a bunch of liars.
That some of these dead bodies cannot be recovered.
That is it. We learned the truth there.
How do you bring evidence and bring this evidence and that evidence to show that this belongs to this family?
But the one thing I'm still saying, they cannot go and hire, the Endsars guys cannot go and hire people that please come and protest or show the world that your children are among, or you are bereaved parents. It's abnormal. It's abnormal to do, man. And a rightful thinking person will know that this thing is not staged, managed. It's not, that it's the real thing. It's their pain. And I've been clamoring for this. And I want to blame the Endsars guys too. They fast, all of them. This is what they ought to have done from onset. From onset, this is what they ought to have done. They don't wait until government start doubting that whether it's real or not. Bring out the family. Bring out the bereaved family. Let them form association of the, I mean, the mourners. Yes. The Endsars mourners. Let them form the association and bring them on TV. Bring them on, at least all these guys are talking on AIT. They are talking on. Why haven't you bring all this bereaved family to AIT for them to talk? The bereaved mother, for them to talk. They can never be perfect, but I still not blame them on that. But what I'm saying now is, this government, any government in power in Nigeria that has committed murder or killings, they will never admit to it. What of it is they put it on unknown soldier, unknown gunmen, unknown this, unknown that. So we have to think ahead of them. We have to be more proactive ahead of them. That these are the women. Anywhere they are going, anywhere they have any press conference, they should bring those bereaved family along.
I'm afraid that they might be attacked or they might be.
Because there was a see, my brother. When you are afraid of freedom, freedom can never get to you. When you are afraid of the consequence that you will get before you achieve your freedom, that freedom can never get to you. And that is what is doing us in the country today. We youth especially, we are always afraid. How do we do? How do we get there? Do we have money? If you say, you too, form a party, or form a party that can liberate each other from all this bad governance. They will say, how do you want to do it? How do you have money? When you start putting that spirit, or I cannot, then you will definitely cannot do. You will be able not, you can't get it done. You can't get the job done. That's why we have to have a spirit of yes, I can. Yes, I can. If they want to attack them, the medias are there. Medias like you. That means they are opening up their yash. They are opening up their dirty, kind of dirty ones that they've been piling. So the whole world will see that after killing the bereaved parents, after killing the bereaved, the victims, and you are still attacking the bereaved parents, bereaved, relations of the dead. I know nobody in the world will want to hear that. I will not take it as a callous action from the government.
The system we have in Nigeria is something else. Is it something about changing government or working on the system?
No, it takes a rightful, balanced-minded person as a president to come in and do the needful of change the system, right? The foundation, you know what I mean? I get where you're coming from. Yeah. The foundation of this country is rotten, it's shaking, right? We are just pretending and we are just saying all is well. Nothing is well around. What we need, go back to the foundation, go back to the constitution that bring us together and let us work on it. And the constitution that they are using for us is a fake constitution. It's a scam. It's a scam constitution. The military constitution, the package that we Nigerians, we accepted to do this, we accepted to. When did they consult you as a Nigerian? When did they do a memorandum, what's it called, confab, or call regional people together? This is South, what did you want? They've never done that. They just already packaged the constitution when the military wanted to hand over. The former head of state, Abdul Salam, all of them, the generals, they know how this constitution came into being. And what I'm saying is, once we don't, you see, a house, look at that skyscraper that collapsed in Ikoyi. It's because of the foundation. A house that does not have a strong foundation will collapse. I've been saying it. If we want to have peace in this country, let us go on regional system of governance. Regional system, right? That means I'll have my destiny in my hand. Each state, each region will have their destiny in their hand, not in the hands of one government at the top. That the central government is even making all this governors too lazy. You can't hold them for any small thing, any small project. that they did not, execute, they will tell you it's the. Let every region have their own tax, pay the tax to them, then pay what's it called, the percentage that the government at the central need. Make the central weak. Let them make the central weak, and we go regional. The south west we have their own region. The southeast we have their own region. The south and the north central, all sort of, and we have tried it before, and there was that was the best, best season or best time Nigeria has ever witnessed. But since that they brought us to federation this thing again, the problem has been enormous, because the commissioner of police cannot even, is not answerable to a governor. A commissioner, an IG is not answerable to governor. So let every region has their own police. Let every region has their own, security apparatus, so that we can operate as a functional system of regional, functional regional system. Not all this one we are packaging. Packaging. It will still blow. I'm telling you, Nigeria will still blow one day, because we've tried all this method. It's not working. It's not binding us.
Who are the we?
We the masses, we the government, every one of them. They've tried it.
In tandem with the government in trying any method.
The masses are disconnected. That's the problem.
So you say that the government tried.
We are talking. We need to keep talking. Some are talking among we masses. Some are talking. Silence. When you're silent in life, I think your death is nearer. That is the problem we are having here now. The masses are having. Masses cannot speak out. Masses cannot take anything, any action. If you want to take any action, they have this one. Like you said this morning now, they might attack, there's no freedom that comes on the platter of gold. You can't get your freedom on a platter of gold, my brother. Mandela spent how many years in prison before he liberated, his people, right? So we keep talking. This protest, there must be protest. Protest is not a crime. Anything you see wrong, you could see Sudan there. They did what? They protested against the military junta that took over the power. And what happened? Were they not vindicated? The masses won at last. They have to revert.
Are you saying that we are going to win if we continue?
Yes, that is how in unionism. Yeah, in unity. We are going to win. Did Sudan win?
Unity between the north.
See, numerical strength. We are always scared of the numerical strength. If you arrange the real population census today, we will still see we have more heads in numerical. Yeah, numerical. Yeah. How many norths are the majority of these guys? They are intruders. They are foreigners that perpetrate, because the border there is loose. I'm not saying it's not all northern people that are bad. Let me put that to clear. They are God friends among those northern people, like Canada. But since all those intruders start mixing up with them, we don't know who is who again. The killer herdsmen that will come from Chad, the Niger killer herdsmen, all of them, and the president is not even doing enough to separate these people from the real people. Okay. Because that's why people are talking of nepotism, because they could relate some of the head of state we've been having to Chad. Some of them, they were Chad, they were born in Chad, Nigeria, all sort of them.
Okay, over 90% of police officers in barracks lack befitting accommodation, says IGP.
I think Mr. IG is very right. And that accommodation problem, dilapidated accommodation they give to them, is the vengeance. Is the we masses on the streets. Because when you are not happy of where you stay, you cannot go to the government to protest. Then you now put your anger on the masses.
Events
the anger on the masses. You see, once the Nigerian police, you satisfy their wants, they are well taken care of, you will see all these venting of anger on human beings, on masses will reduce. But some are meant to be like that. Even if you give them 100 million, they will see that ojukokoro. will still be on them. We know I know them very well. There are good ones, there are bad ones. You know, among the police, there are good ones, there are bad ones. Especially in the women wings, the good ones that have helped me before. And I pray for that woman because the police wanted to rob me, but the organ, they wanted to rob me. Yes, a case that is not mine.
You know that before a police searches you, must present a warrant.
Yes, that's a cake now. I mean, we don't even.
It's in a
but do you know our right? That is what. Thank God for even bringing that. Has any police ever come to you or come to anybody and say, "I want to get you, Mr. Man, you are under arrest"? Nobody dare ask. Nobody dare ask for warrant of arrest.
We need to know our rights.
Yes, warrant of arrest. Even in the Igboho case, did they produce warrant of arrest? The guys that went there. In Kano case, did they produce warrant of arrest? No, that is part of what we are saying. That is meant for the common man. They said common man, and we accepted. Say they classify us as common man, but we are not common in front of God. So, but if it is any looters, any of our servants we send to go and represent us, and they found him culpable of looting, they will even be saluting before they arrest him. Sir, this is warrant of. But what is good? There are double justice in this country, and once we end that, you see, the double justice we even need to emphasize on, because that double justice is the main factor that is killing this country. The soul of this country is all because of jungle justice. It's not in shape.
Lastly, how this is an ICPC report. How lawmakers aid use own companies to obtain government contracts.
Lawmaker hate, fronting for the lawmakers. That is the norm we've been seeing. That one is not just happening today. That one is just not happening. Everybody,
all the countries we have,
all the countries it happens, but our own here,
they are giving it to themselves.
Yeah. What I'm saying, that is they call that blind trust investment. When you talk of blind trust, somebody will, even our president, majority of our president have left. They did it, so it's not a strange thing. They are just saying this. I don't even count it as the news, because we've all known this thing. We knew what is going on within the government corridor.
Not taking actions.
Nobody is taking action. Can you take action against yourself? And I keep saying, can you take action against yourself? You know, that's why I say anything leadership now, we should forget about this old cargo. And I could see some people still promoting PDP. Who is PDP? Who is APC? There's no difference. As it is now, who is PDP? I've tasted, I've voted for two of them before. I've voted for PDP, I've voted for APC, because I've not been contented with all the two of them. Because the way they are doing, they are just bed of same feather. You will see one eating lunch this morning, PDP eating lunch in PDP party. For afternoon, you go and hit breakfast. I mean, eating breakfast with PDP, his party. In the afternoon, you go and hit lunch with the APC. Is that what you call parties? And some people are still promoting PDP, APC. PDP is better. Let's down. We've down APC. Let's down PDP, because the two of them are not the party that can lead us to the promised land.
Okay. One more question. This might be not a regular question I should ask.
Yeah.
When we in Yoruba, what do they call breakfast, lunch, and dinner?
In Yoruba, you call the breakfast oúnjẹ àárọ̀. You call lunch oúnjẹ ọ̀sán. You call dinner oúnjẹ alẹ́. That is breakfast, lunch, dinner. So that is what our politicians, they do around the two parties. They are prostitute politicians.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Kunle. I have Mr. Matthew here this morning. Mr. Matthew, good morning.
Good morning, Mr.
Yes, I will start from the last question I asked Mr. Kunle. What is called the lunch, breakfast, lunch, and dinner in your language?
I don't think it's relevant, because majority of the people, the audience,
don't
understand my
not asking,
language.
because most of our identity as Nigerians and Africans, we don't really know. We don't have anything. We copy from the Western civilization and culture. Some of their language determine what we speak. That's what I'm asking you. Do you have that? Do you know that? You say you don't know.
Why wouldn't I know?
Okay.
For purpose of because you are insisting, in my language, you have nyotutu, nefina, neyase.
Those
are the three
I can not with that. Okay, let's look at over 90% of police officers in barracks lack befitting accommodation, says IBT. Is it the reason why it affects their relationship with the people?
I think it's part of the reason we are not seeing the best from them, because welfare is part of what determines your performance. So if your welfare is not well taken care of, it will affect your ability to perform.
Is the police not well taken care of in the budget?
In the budget, they may. I don't think they are well taken care of, even in the budget. Even to the extent of what they have in the budget, you will not see it reflects in their welfare. Because the corruption that has eaten deep into the system, we end up seeing the money that have been budgeted for their welfare ending in private pockets, just like in every other sector. So it is not limited to any sector. Corruption in Nigeria is being reflected in every sector of the economy. So definitely their welfare have a way of impacting on their performance.
Okay.
There's no argument about that.
Let's look at these students are saying they are going to work with SANWOLU. Whenever you work, we will be by your side. That's students tell SANWOLU.
Who is selling to
Lasu students, Lagos State University students.
Okay. Are they saying they want to support him?
They are working with someone. Despite the fact that Pals, Kuti, and Macroni, others, those leading protesters, Endsars protesters, rejected. Now, it seems there's a division.
No, you see, in politics and in Nigeria, the government will always want to use divide and rule. So they can lobby the leadership of the student union to.
But these are all youths.
I agree with you.
Have been affected.
I agree with you. People who are coming to disrupt protests. Are they not youths? People who were in Abuja, who went to.
They are thugs, but these are students. I think
you call them thugs, but they are youths.
These are students that are learned, at least.
You are saying learned. The Nigerians who are in position of authority, are you not seeing doctors among them? Have that deterred them from looting the government treasury? So it's not about the level of education, it's not about the level of awareness, it's a mentality thing, it's an ideology thing. If somebody is corrupt, he's corrupt. It's not about whether you're an American, you're a Nigerian, or where you hail from. It is not about the level of education. It's a belief, it's an ideology. If you see somebody who is saying, I will not do this, I will not engage in corruption, perhaps because I'm a child of God. He's doing it because he knows that if you refuse to soil his hands, he's looking at eternity. So it's different from somebody who is doing it on the basis of principle. The person who does it on the basis of principle, at times, if they name his price, he can renege. But as I'm trying to say generally is education or exposure is not a yardstick to say the person should not be corrupt. So I totally agree with the position of Faz, Macroni and Shehu Kuti, that what we need most is justice for the victims.
Not peace work.
Not peace work. Just like Shehu Kuti said, that the real peace work is the justice that the victims will get. Because if they get justice, peace will fall in place. Peace will come naturally. Let me say this at this juncture, that you don't enforce peace. You don't compel people to accept peace. You have done what you did during the Endsars with the violence approach to stop it. You not compel people that you must accept peace. You must, the panel report, you have jettisoned the better part of it. And you want to compel people to accept peace. Just like I said earlier on, you don't enforce peace. You don't compel people to accept peace. Your approach will determine whether there will be peace. That notwithstanding, nobody is saying
there's nothing wrong with Taiwo. There's nothing wrong with peace work.
Peace work without justice, what people will it serve?
Mr. Taiwo.
Peace work. Mr. Taiwo Dunlade, good morning, thank you very much. But I want you to listen this. Peace work without justice, what purpose will it serve? If the governor walk on the streets of Lagos now, in the name of peace work, he walked through the major streets. Now, to herald peace, like he just said, like the governor said, if the people who have their family members killed People who were shot have their legs amputated. People who have been deformed as a result of the shooting. They have not gotten justice for this brutality. Will that assuage, will the peace work assuage their feeling? I'm asking Sanwo Dunade. I don't think it will assuage their feeling. I think what will assuage their feeling is if they see the police authority court-martial the personnel who have been indicted, and subsequently, if found guilty, dismissed, charged to regular court, convicted, they serve the jail term, and compensation comes the way of the victims. I think these are the things that will assuage their feeling, not necessarily that's not doing anything. That's
so whatever the governor does, it is just.
Governor can decide to even today start going about in the name of peace work. Nobody will stop him. He have all the security detail. DSS is there, army is there, police is there. Name it. Nobody is going to stop him. But having undergone that peace work, has that really engendered the much needed peace? Has that removed the grievance from the heart of the person who feel aggrieved? Those are the questions that we need to ask, that I want Mr. Sanwo Dunade to equally examine.
Okay, why Nnamdi Kanu's case deserves political solution? Yesterday we learned that he was not presented in court. There was a shift till January 18, and it was said that they should allow him access to his privacy, visitors, and also his praying materials.
First of all, let us acknowledge that one is innocent until proven guilty by a court of competent jurisdiction. Then the second aspect is looking at why a political solution is better. I think a political solution is better for public interest. We look at the reasons why a case is withdrawn from court by government. It is when it is in the public interest. And if you look at the Nnamdi Kanu case, these are people have eluded Southeast, if not Nigeria, since his arrest. And so many persons have died. We cannot, I do not have the barometer to determine who is killing, because there's accusation and counter-accusation from the government, from IPOB. Police have severally accused IPOB and ASN of perpetrating the violence, and IPOB is even accusing the Nigerian DSS of sponsoring those violence. So to that extent, I don't know how the barometer to determine who is doing what. What I'm trying to say is, looking at the level of killing, the level of violence, the level of arrest, crisis in the Southeast, I think it is in the public interest that is released for us to have peace in that region.
Okay, the problem Nigeria is facing, is it a leadership problem or a problem of systematic failure?
It's basically leadership problem. Because we have a situation where almost all the leaders across political parties are united against the common man.
Okay, they are united against
the common man.
Masses.
Yes. Because I seldom hear PDP and APC fight in National Assembly over their constituency projects. I mean senators, even as the members, or their remuneration. I seldom hear them fight. But when it comes to issues that will polarize the people, in fact, there's one that even at times throw that card of ethnicity and religion to polarize the people to achieve their aim. So they always use divide and rule. So in a nutshell, the leadership is the major problem we are having in this country. Because if we get it right in terms of leadership, so many things will fall in place. We are talking of electioneering campaign now. We are talking of the mode of transmission of election results. We are seeing politics. The politics we are seeing is not because of patriotism. It's because of pecuniary interests from the governors, from the senators, and others. Because the senators feel that the governors is having so much power that the governors is the one cutting the shots. As such, if they go by direct primary, that they will remove that power from the governors and put it in the hands of the masses, which I don't think they will be able to even achieve with that. So for me, leadership is the major problem of this country. If leadership is not the problem, even currently as we are speaking, we are seeing that even this current budget that is operational, over 200 something items were duplicated in the budget. So you understand? So if leadership is not the problem, Why is it that the government have not been able to investigate to understand who is duplicating project in the budget? And at the end of the day, you see that budget attaining 99, no, if not 100% performance, meaning that money have been expended.
I believe a system produces leaders.
Yes.
So if the system is not correct, if you want to get the leadership problem right, you need to change that system.
Let me tell you this. Normally, you cannot be a king at the same time a kingmaker. But in Nigeria, unfortunately, that is the scenario we are in. Whether in APC, whether in PDP, if you are a governor, you are the leader of that party in that state. The party of APC in Nigeria, I mean Muhammadu Buhari, which ought to be so. You needed to differentiate between party leadership from governance. So that if you are a governor from a particular political platform, you can be called to order by your party. But where it stands, there is no leadership of the party that can call a governor to order. Rather, the governor dictates the tone in the whether at the party level or at the governance level. So the political class have hijacked all the system. So there is need to rejig the whole system by constitutional provision. Because that is the only way, the only thing that can checkmate them. If you see the argument between the senators and governors now, it's because there's a proposed constitutional provision that will compel all political parties to go by direct primary, which is threatening the power or the influence of the governors. So I think we need to have more of constitutional provisions that will checkmate these leaders to remove that enormous power they are using unnecessarily from their hands.
This is the Omicron variant of COVID-19. It seems December might not be a month that we will be allowed to celebrate because there's a looming lockdown. Let me get your...
I don't think, if you see that Omicron virus, I think even before South Africa announced the discovery, some other places have even discovered it. I don't think it is as deadly as people are thinking. Okay. But again, whether it's as deadly as they're thinking or not,
Change about this.
of our efficiency, but because of divine provision. That's what I see.
Okay. Okay. Lastly, let's talk about the environment. Over 172.7 million Nigerians now live in dirty environments. That's the report. Over 172 million Nigerians now live in dirty environments.
Uh, I think the government have a responsibility because the environment is a factor when it comes to our health. So the government have a responsibility to make sure that the environment is good for habitation. I think there are laws, environmental laws, that is already in place. If we don't have enough environmental laws to keep the environment clean, I think the government should look for a way of bringing one or two laws to ensure that we have a clean environment, because it is one of the panacea to have good health.
Coming and going off. Some of the instruments are not really up and doing. Good morning, Mr. Oluwawan.
Oluwawan of Obaland, back to the throne. What's happening, my guy?
Lagos governor State, governor of Lagos State, Sanwo-Olu, he has said youth should have a peace walk with him.
You should have a what?
A peace walk.
Peace walk with him.
Yeah.
Their reconciliation with him.
Yes.
Because he was the governor under the Endsars, under the brutality of the Toll Gate massacre.
Yes.
So at the end of the day, he's not trying to.
Are you in support of that peace walk?
In a peace way, because of the language, say peace walk, because you know that there are people, the youth, in particular in Lagos State. When you say Lagos State youth, they carry the flag of Nigeria youth.
Yeah.
Okay, now you know they are enemy with him because he was the man on the throne on that day until today, till tomorrow, when they massacre the youth under his watching eye as a governor of the state. So you know he fucked up. Now he's trying to make a move that will reconcile him with the youth. So it's a welcome development, but at the end, he should do what is right.
And that is
compensate each and every individual that was involved in that massacre. Without that, peace work will not make any meaningful talk.
Some youth have rejected the peace work, saying that he should compensate.
Yes, that is the real language. Compensation is the real language.
Bring to justice
let justice be done. Without justice be done, peace work is not accepted. Peace work is not accepted. When you say peace work, and family are dying, people are crying money, their heart is still weeping and dying. There is nothing like peace talk. Let the compensation be done, and let the whole world know that you have healed the wound. Heal the wound first before peace work. Your Excellency, try to do the right. Don't try to bury the wrong and bring the right above. It can never be possible.
Okay. Over 90% of police officers in barracks lack befitting accommodation, says IGP.
Okay, IGP, that is for the General Police.
Yes.
How long Nigeria police are suffering in the barrack now? Barrack is just like a ghetto. Nationwide, it's a ghetto house. It's a pig home. It's a pig home where pig grow and eat. You go to the barrack now and they are allocating billions, they are sharing the billions. You are not telling us, okay, what do we want to do now? Do you want to renovate? How long will you say you will renovate? You will renovate. You never renovate one day. The barrack is a pig home. It's a pig house. Go to the barrack. Go to the police barrack now. It's a whole house. They are suffering. That's why their welfare is not anywhere to write home about. They are suffering. So it's something the truth, but do something. You are the number one in Nigeria as a police officer. You are living in a luxurious house, and your officer, they are living in an abject poverty, in a disposable environment.
Is that why the police are misbehaving?
It's part of their misbehavior when their accommodation, their environment is nowhere to be home. You are living in a casket house. You behave like a casket human being. You don't say human being message. You brutalize anybody because that feeling inside you is boiling you. You're sleeping where you can't close your two eyes. The roof is leaking. The toilet is not working. Nowhere is working. Everywhere is diffusing. Everywhere. How can you be happy doing the work? You just wearing that uniform and say you are a Nigerian police. Inside them, they are not police. They are not police. They are suffering.
Okay, let's look at how are you coping as a Nigerian?
How am I coping as a Nigerian? I'm coping with the special grace of God. As a Nigeria, millions of Nigeria are suffering, including me. We are not living according to the capacity of how we're supposed to live. God bless Nigeria, but the fuse, the government criminals, they are criminology people. They organize themselves in the corridor of power, stealing our money, stealing our wealth, letting Nigeria to be suffering. I'm going to advise them, let this suffering not to increase by January, because you are trying to bring a language. That language will make Nigeria be a disaster nation. Therefore, increase. There will be a disaster for everybody.
Can suffer and smile.
We are suffering and smiling, but now the suffering and smiling is going to be disastrous in 2022. Because when the fuel now 340, a cup of rice will be 1,000 naira. Everybody will enter the street. Everybody will die, and that death will involve everybody. And that time, Aso Rock is a Tata home. We are going to invade Aso Rock.
They have private jets. Private jets.
Let them run away before that day. Otherwise, Endsars is just a little of the axe fall. They should get ready for it, because Nigeria is hungry everywhere. Look at the face of Nigeria. A whole Nigeria called giant. Money everywhere, but we are suffering. The masses are suffering. Only the few one, the governor, the senator, the House of Rep, and the president, they are the bastards that are eating our money. We are waiting for them. 2022, January, go and rethink. That fuel price hike will cause a revolution that we will never expect. One market.
Okay, last.
Except you change your heart. If you don't change your heart, wait for the demonic revolution.
Wait for the
demonic revolution 2022. To be said January, we are waiting for the language of you as a government.
Lastly, let me get a comment on the Kanu.
Now the Kanu for me, now the Kanu, matter of now the Kanu to be applied in a language according to the rule of law, not by bias. Let the rule of law be applied.
Rule of law in Nigeria.
Rule of law in Nigeria is a secret saka. But according to the language, now Kanu is a figure that if they don't take care of Kanu, Nigeria can be nowhere to be found Nigeria anymore. Because the supporter of Kanu, the imagination of the Igbo land, they have to solve the problem. They have to solve the matter. Otherwise, if anything should happen to him there will be anarchy.
Okay, I have two more questions. One question. What's the problem Nigeria has? Is it leadership problem or systematic problem?
The problem Nigeria has is a leadership problem. Leadership problem and coincidentally systematic problem. The leadership and the system, two of them are going the same way. They are not in a language that is supposed to be. The leadership zero, the system zero. Just only God that just adding us to be going one way. But the leadership of the nation is a zero.
Okay, then the last question I want to ask, can you tell us what is breakfast, lunch, and dinner in your language?
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
You're from which state?
In my language. It is a zero language. I don't think I can get that dialect. Because I was born and brought up in Lagos from Edo State.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
It says the zero language.
The zero talk. Why would I see the alphabet to demonstrate breakfast, lunch, and dinner?
You know you're supposed to understand your language.
Let's say in the morning, we will say, okay, 8 pesos work. In the afternoon, 8 pesos long. In the evening, 8 pesos more. That is the language I used to carry it along. It's perfectly according to my people that will hear me. Oh, 8 pesos work, that is breakfast. 8 pesos that is lunch. 8 pesos more, that is evening food.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr.
You are welcome. I'm Oluwa of Ogbaland. I want Nigeria to be equal right of justice, everybody. Without that, there will be a trickling violence.
Okay.
2022.
Thank you very much, Oluwawan. We are gradually moving to the end of Bystander Newsstand today, and I understand that there is a get together. There is a call on the 4th of December. I want to say a big thank you to everyone that has been part of the program today. Most of our reviewers, I don't know, they were not able to make it this morning, but we believe they are going to have them tomorrow. I'm Christian Chuku on this one edition of Bystanders at the Newsstands. A big thank you to the man behind the camera, Mr. Femi Davis. Big thank you to Mr. Matthew. Big thank you to Mr. Kunle. And big thank you to Mr. Oluwa. Bye for now. To meet tomorrow by God's grace.